Good afternoon, Evan. How are you today?
I'd like to sing you a song.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Sing me a song. Sure.
They call him the three-inning man. He's just a three-inning man. He doesn't have sticky stuff, so he's the three-inning man.
Well, you had so many opportunities to rhyme man there. You passed on every one of them.
I know.
He doesn't have sticky stuff on his hand. I mean, where were you?
You're the creative one, Craig. Just remember that.
Yes, I'm well.
That was for you and for everyone who requested me to sing that song to Craig over the last 48 hours.
Well, thank you.
There you go. That's for you.
Well, I appreciate that. Obviously, referencing what will go down as the single wasted contract in the history of Major League Baseball. One based on what appears to be fraudulent information. One based on an ability to pitch that was based on foreign substances. The New York Yankees have $300 million more committed to a guy that is an above-average pitcher, maybe? We don't even really know yet, but not a pitcher that they thought they were getting, which reminds everyone, everything that comes out of Houston stinks. There's nothing good that comes from Houston. Nothing at all. So stop thinking that because they had some success, it was done organically or naturally. But I'll tell you something else, Evan.
What's that?
And I've been thinking about this a lot.
Yes.
And I hope I didn't miss it, because that would really change the entire direction of today's show. But I'm acknowledging it could have happened already, and I just missed it.
What's that?
All right? So I'm putting myself out there in a bad spot, because I didn't do any research on this one.
Yeah, but you always do research, Craig.
Yes, but this is an emotional, guttural feel that I had starting about 48 hours ago.
What do you got?
Okay?
What you got?
And I just couldn't do any research on it.
Okay.
So my fingers are crossed, as you can see, that I didn't miss it.
Well, I'm here to help you if you did miss it or didn't miss it. Okay?
Have Garrett Cole and or Aroldis Chapman denounced their All-Star Game appearances?
No.
So I didn't miss it.
You did not miss that. No, Aroldis Chapman and his 4.7 ERA did not say, you know what, I'm not going.
He did not say that.
He did not say that,
So
no.
I didn't miss it.
You did not miss anything.
Did Garrett Cole say, you know what, I'm not going to the All-Star Game?
Garrett Cole did not come out and say, look,
Good.
I'm not going to the All-Star
I'm glad I didn't miss it, because I could be on top of it and in front of the line for it.
Right.
Memo to Garrett Cole and memo to Aroldis Chapman. Don't come. Don't show up. And if there was ever a year that we should be thankful that the players are not wearing their respective team uniforms, as you know, the much maligned uniforms that I love, by the way, for the All-Star Game, and the shirts that came out yesterday, I love those too. Amera I Can, Nation Al, whatever it was, right? Garrett Cole should say no. Thank you, I appreciate it, but no. Aroldis Chapman should say no, and they should do that on behalf of all Yankee fans. We don't want them there. They don't deserve to be there.
Is that the big issue?
Yes.
The deserving part.
Over the last month, they have let the organization down. Period. Stop. That's what it is. And if Garrett Cole truly has become on average to slightly above average pitcher, as opposed to a legitimate ace that the Yankees thought they were getting based on his ability to pitch clearly when he had the spidery, ticky-tacky stuff on his fingers, well, I don't want him there. I don't want him representing the team I chose to root for this particular year.
That's not going to happen.
No.
That's
it
never
needs to
going to happen.
The fan base needs to speak on
Never
this.
going to happen.
You shouldn't go.
Well, wait a second. You realize something, and I think you do, that a lot of players, probably Chapman and Cole included, get bonuses.
Give them the bonus.
Okay, so they can take the bonus. You just don't want them going to the game.
I think they should both donate the bonus.
Okay.
But okay, listen, you have a contract.
Right.
If a bonus is in it, I'm sure there's a bonus for both, probably six figures.
So why shouldn't they go then?
Because you've embarrassed yourself.
Gotcha.
Because you've let the organization and the fan base down. And the fact that on the day that you both imploded happens to be the day that you're introduced or announced as all-star participants
Yes.
is perfect for how this Yankees season is going.
The timing of that was impeccable. I mean, for
I don't want to see him.
Cole's a little bit different, but in Aroldis Chapman's case, who has been bad for how many appearances in a row now, to the point where his numbers suck. Like, you can look at the numbers and say, that's not an all-star. He has a 4.7 ERA. He's blown 4 saves. That's not an all-star.
And think about how bad he's been to get to that
my
spot,
God,
considering
beyond.
I acknowledge the first 15 appearances were the best you've ever seen.
Oh, my God, it was incredible.
No good.
Yeah.
So my big thing today, and I've been stewing about it all day, partially because I also had a salad for lunch, and that usually makes me unhappy.
You're going on a diet.
All right?
Look at you.
Not really a diet so much as awareness of what I'm eating. What I'm eating. Yeah. All I could think of was if they want, and maybe they don't care. I'm not saying they do. I don't know either, man. All right, I did read what Aroldis Chapman said, quote, "For all those people that criticize my bad moments, I will tell them that I do not know how my story ends. But in its pages, you will never read that I gave up. So I will move on." All right, great. Don't give up.
What is he going to do?
Right.
He's not going to give up.
But, just as long as you don't come into my garage with a gun, I'm fine, okay? Which he has done in the past. All right, here's the deal. If you want to try to show some sensitivity or even compassion, maybe not the right word, to the fan base that is miserable right now, having lost the games in the way they lost to the New York Mets, on top of the Angels series before that, on top of the games before that, on top of the games before that, you would go a long way to earning some respect from the fan base if you both said, I'm thrilled to be selected as an all-star. It does mean a lot to me, but I don't deserve to be there, so I'm not going.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would love that.
That's fine lip service.
I would love it.
And I'm sure you'd love it, and there's a few other people that would love it. But here's the bottom line with both of these guys, to varying degrees. If they don't pitch better, the Yankees are going nowhere.
Correct, sir. That's right.
So more than lip service, and I got to tell you, I'm very sick and tired of Yankee lip service. I'm sick and tired of Aaron Boone saying our season's on the line. He did it again. We're going out west. None of this matters. And so if Garrett Cole or Aroldis Chapman did that, and they wouldn't, but let's just say they did in your fictitious world. Aroldis Chapman comes out and says, look, I have a 4.7 ERA. I'm not an all-star. I'm not going. I'm going to mentally think about how I'm going to be better in the second half of the year.
I would love it.
I think you'd love it.
I would appreciate it,
and
too.
I'm sure most Yankee fans don't give a rat's patoot about him pitching in the All-Star game because, A, he's been terrible this year, especially over the last 10 appearances. But all of it is lip service. All we've had for the last few weeks is lip service. What needs to happen, and it better happen, and it's got to start tonight, is these guys have to be better.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to bury Garrett Cole.
I'm not sure that they can be, because clearly both guys' performances changed completely once they weren't allowed to use the stuff.
In fairness to that, you may be right, okay? In fact, maybe people are going to lean towards the fact you're right. I haven't seen enough of a sample size yet to bury Garrett Cole over the course of this 10-year contract. I can't do it. I need to see more. Did he stink on Sunday against the Mets? Absolutely.
Yes, he did.
100%. Has he been a different pitcher since Spider Tack was banned? 100%. You can't deny it anymore.
I think we're calling it Spider Tack Gate or Sticky Gate.
You really want to use gate?
You have to.
Yeah.
It's a rule. It's an American rule.
It's a cliche.
Anytime there's any type of thing like that, you always add the word gate to it. Nipple gate, right?
Yes.
Blue dress gate. Golden Gate.
Inflate Gate.
Yeah, there's always a gate.
Spy Gate.
I think that comes from Watergate. That's my gut feeling on that.
You think that's where it comes from?
I think that's where it started.
You think?
But yeah, so it's going to be Sticky Stuff Gate or Sticky Gate. But go ahead.
Gate.
I was never sure we use the correct terminology. We don't have a smart audience.
He's been a different guy over the last how many starts? 100%.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you that in 2024, Garrett Cole's going to have a 4 ERA.
I don't know.
He's the guy that he was in Pittsburgh. Right now, the early returns aren't good. And we acknowledged it at the time. We said, look, if Garrett Cole falls off now, this is going to be a horrific look, and it's going to scare you about what he actually is.
Yeah, it'll go down. Listen, you have two guys on the Yankees right now, between Garrett Cole and Giancarlo Stanton, who represent more than $500 million.
Yeah.
$500 million.
Yeah, but Stanton didn't get where he is.
And Stanton can't even play right field.
Yeah, but Stanton didn't get where he is based on a false pretense,
but you know what I'd
essentially.
like to listen. Here's what I want.
That may be the case with Garrett Cole.
That's very true.
And the key word is it may be the case. I'm not ready to declare it yet,
Yeah.
But certainly there are warning signs about what he truly is.
Well, listen, if you're a diehard Yankee fan, I'm pretty sure you're with me. It would go a long way for both those guys to say, for the fan base's sake. And I get it's more of a it's not tangible. It doesn't make them better in the second half, but it lets us know that they get it, that they feel what we feel. You know, baseball players, most athletes today, and I understand why, are completely out of touch with the common man. This would go a very long way to at least earn some credibility back with the fan base. I appreciate being elected to the All-Star game. However, I'm going to spend the next 3 days trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong and getting myself in a good place head-wise and body-wise to do the best I can for the New York Yankees.
You know, there was an elite-level New York baseball player who said no thanks to the All-Star game. It's already happened. And that guy's Jacob deGrom. He's saying, I'm pitching Sunday. I'm not going. I'm not going to pitch there again.
He may go.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not physically going to be there?
He's not. I don't think he's officially decided, but it sounded as if he was leaning towards not even going.
Well, he wasn't going to pitch.
Right.
So I'm not sure if he's physically going or not.
No, I don't think he is going.
Was that announced officially?
I think he's leaning towards not going.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, maybe him not going could get Taijuan Walker into the game.
Yeah, well, it should.
Right?
It should, because Jake's the only Met All-Star. Think about that. The Mets have one All-Star. They're in first place.
Rightfully so, though.
The Yankees have... What do you mean rightfully so?
Rightfully so. No position player belongs in there.
I didn't say that. Taijuan Walker should be an All-Star.
I just said, Taijuan Walker.
Edwin Diaz could be an All-Star, despite his up and downness. More so than Chapman.
By the way, how much were you cursing at the TV yesterday before he got the strikeout and the flyout?
You know what's crazy?
I know you were cursing.
You're not going to believe me. You're not going to believe me.
No way. I know Evan Roberts.
You're not going to believe me.
You were cursing up a storm.
I got to tell you, I was never nervous. I know that sounds like I wasn't. I can't explain why, because he puts the first three guys on base. He's 3-2 to Jace Peterson, and for some reason, this is like a new me, Craig. I'm sitting there in Montauk. Yes, you guessed that correctly.
I knew I had that right. Damn it.
Yes,
I knew I had it right.
I'm sitting there in Montauk by the beach. I tweeted out that picture last night. I got my feet up, and for some reason, I said, he's got this.
You thought so.
Very
Look
calmly.
How you changed.
I don't know if it was the beach or my confidence in the Mets after the great weekend against the Yankees.
Yeah.
I just believed Edwin wasn't going to blow it. He's no Aroldis Chapman who just implodes.
And another shot at the Yankees. So
you know what?
Can't. You are now predictable.
The 3-inning man.
I like that.
3-inning man.
877-337-6666. We'll get you covered all the baseball stuff throughout the afternoon. Very interesting stuff with Rachel Nichols, who spent a career backstabbing Michelle Beadle to get to where she is on the network, and gets caught talking on an open microphone.
I followed this story so closely this weekend, and I can't explain why. I was sitting on the beach, and all I did, Craig, was read about this.
Now there's other stuff out there about her as well, rumors, and they're rumors, so I want to introduce them as rumors. Now there are rumors, unfounded rumors.
I haven't heard rumors, but I was listening to the tape. I was analyzing it. So me and my wife were debating it. It was
there's
great.
a rumor that she was very friendly with Jimmy Butler.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah. And there's now audio of a game in the bubble where Karl Anthony Towns was playing against Jimmy Butler. All right? And they're talking smack back and forth. And Karl Anthony Towns is like, why don't you go cry to Rachel Nichols? Why don't you go talk to Rachel Nichols? So I guess people in the bubble had accepted that maybe Jimmy Butler and Rachel had something going on.
That doesn't make any sense. They weren't even in the bubble, Karl Anthony.
I don't know. Maybe it was before the bubble.
It was pre-bubble. It had to be pre-bubble.
Maybe it was pre-bubble.
I'm just getting ahead of this before you get the tweets saying
maybe it was pre-bubble. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Then there's talk out there that Ilya Diva might have been involved, and there's all this stuff going on with Rachel Nichols now.
Scandal.
But listen, there's a thing called karma. I've lived it as well. Karma's a real thing. And when you're stabbing Michelle Beadle in the back, sending information to reporters about her, trying to improve your status, and all of a sudden there's an open mic, and you're talking about the positive career momentum of an African-American woman at your network, and you don't like it. Zip your lip. Zip it up.
Have you ever been caught on a hot mic?
No.
Because you're not stupid?
I've done this long enough to know.
I was going to say.
Yeah, I'm sure I've said stupid things. but I've tried to make sure that.
At least you're knowing you're saying it.
Yeah,
and
listen,
who's hearing it?
I've been accused of saying stupid things my whole career also.
That's far different, though.
Yeah.
When you say stupid things,
Yeah.
but it's into a microphone, you are making that decision to share it with the world.
Yes.
When you ignorantly think there's no mic on here, and then or the Zoom isn't on, I'm
Yes.
going to go enjoy myself.
My company has a terrible history of promoting African Americans. But she's not going to get it promoted over me. Guess what? Wrong. So yeah, she got pulled off the coverage.
Yeah.
She's not doing NBA sideline
Well,
stuff
she
now.
tried to apologize on the TV show The Jump yesterday.
That's the show she hosts.
And
yeah.
yes, which is actually a pretty good show. And very few people accepted the apology. It
Yeah.
felt quick, short, and not genuine.
Well, I don't think. Listen,
And I watched and analyzed that too. I can't explain why, Craig. I was so into this story this weekend, but I found myself studying it.
yeah, listen. At the end of the day, I don't care that much about it. But from a human interest level, dude, she compared herself to what's her name? That had the peeping tom in the hotel.
Oh yeah. Erin Andrews.
Yeah, like what Erin Andrews had to deal with, as much as a lot of people try to, underestimate what she went through, that was a serious, legitimate invasion
what she went through. Yeah.
of her privacy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, she made some decisions after that I think kind of minimized the actual effects it had on her, but it was an invasion of her personal space from a peeping Tom nuthead, right? The fact that ESPN thinks highly of Maria Taylor to the point where they offered her like a big-time contract and are considering, expanding her face on the network, and you've got a problem with it. How is that like having your personal space invaded while you're naked?
Well, I think because of the fact that her conversation got leaked out. That was the comparison she was trying to make.
Wow.
But you got to be
so you got
smart
exposed
enough
for what you are.
But you got to understand that no matter
Erin
who
Andrews,
you're talking to, that stuff could be heard by others and leaked
but
out.
Erin Andrews was alone in her own hotel room.
In a hotel room, of course.
With the expectation of privacy.
Sure, which we all have, by the way.
Yes, when you're alone in a hotel room, dance it all naked all you want.
That's right.
Yeah.
I did that last night, by the way. What are you talking about? What?
We got a lot to do today. That's not among the things I thought was going to come up.
Well, I'm just saying it's a relatable thing.
We'll get into it. So there's always some kind of drama in the media, and we're always happy to talk about it. Just like Zach Wilson's mom is back in the news again. Offering, on the receiving end of a financial offer from her son to shut up and go home. But like I told you 3 months ago, she's dying to be a celebrity.
Clearly.
So we'll get into that later on today as well.